At the Canadian labor force figures for the month of April, and they were stunningly strong. It's going to be interesting how the Bank of Canada views this because if we are really creating this many jobs in Canada, maybe we need interest rates to be a little bit higher. But it's a little premature to say that. Let's talk about the numbers. First of all, the overall figure was stunning. We added over 100,000 jobs, 107,000 jobs in the month of April. Markets were looking for about 10,000, so that's a really big difference. Really, the question is why we're getting these big swings in jobs from month to month, because that is substantial. We have an unemployment rate in Canada now of 5.7%. That is down 0.1 percentage points. Maybe not a ton, but the key here is there are more people looking for work now, which is a sign of consumer confidence. That's also a good sign. And if you look at how quickly jobs are growing on a year-over-year basis, it's well over 2%, about 2.3%. That's a really positive thing. Just a note here that if you want to compare the Canadian unemployment rate to the US unemployment rate, it would be 4.7%. So it's calculated a little differently. It's still higher than the US rate, which is only 3.6%, but still we are looking at a pretty low Canadian rate, however you look at it. Now, in terms of where the strength was, it really was spread across industries, particularly notable in construction and trade, but a lot of industries seem to be doing better. In terms of provinces, Ontario, the largest province, saw substantial job gains. Also, Alberta, a province which had been hit quite hard by the fact that oil prices are low, saw jobs go up this month. That's a promising sign. The last few months had been a bit disappointing. So again, this is a really strong signal for the Canadian economy. This year, we have seen disappointing economic news. The first quarter of the year, probably looking at extremely weak growth. Some people were saying recession. I don't think recession, but certainly has been disappointing. Now, going into the second quarter, it looks like we are starting with a surge of growth, if you believe the job figures. We'll have to see if the other numbers are as strong, but certainly it's a positive signal if you're looking for economic activity. If you're worried about interest rates, it might be a bit of a different story. The Bank of Canada has basically told us they're not seeing inflation. They're okay with where things are for now. If we continue to get job gains of this magnitude, obviously it would be a different story as the year goes on. So clearly something to watch. But for now, great news on the jobs front. We'll see if it continues as we move through this quarter.